MARPOL Annexes 1 to 6 Mandatory Regulation and Legislative Requirements. Mandatory regulation in the context of MARPOL, International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships. The term mandatory regulation refers to set of rules and standards that must be followed by ships to ensure compliance with the convention. These regulations are not optional, they are obligatory and binding for all ships falling under the scope of MARPOL. The mandatory regulation cover various aspects of pollution prevention and environmental protection in the maritime industry. Its MARPOL annexes addresses specific types of pollution and outlines regulation to prevent or minimize these pollutants. The mandatory nature of this regulation emphasizes the commitment of the international community to safeguard the marine environment and reduce the impact of shipping activities. 1. MARPOL Annexes 1 Oil Pollution Prevention. Mandatory regulation focus of the prevention of oil pollution from ships, including regulation for oil tanker, oil record book, oil discharge, monitoring equipment, and shipboard oil pollution emergency plan. 2. MARPOL Annexes 2 Noxious liquid substances. Mandatory regulation address the prevention of pollution by noxious liquid substances carried in bulk. This includes regulation for the construction of equipment of ships, the categorization of substances, and procedure for discharge. 3. MARPOL Annexes 3 Harmful substances in package form. Mandatory regulation cover the prevention of pollution by harmful substances in the package form. This includes labeling, packing, and documentation requirements for the transport of packaged dangerous goods. 4. MARPOL Annexes 4 Sewage Pollution Prevention. Mandatory regulation focus on preventing pollution from sewage by setting standard for sewage treatment system, discharge criteria, and the implementation of shipboard marine pollution emergency plan. 5. MARPOL Annexes 5 Garbage Pollution Prevention. Mandatory regulation address the prevention of pollution by garbage from ships. This regulation include requirements for the disposal of various types of garbage, special areas, and management of ship-generated garbage. Number 6. MARPOL Annexes 6 Air Pollution Prevention. Mandatory regulation aim to prevent air pollution from ships by setting standards from emission of sulfur oxide, nitrogen oxide, and particulate matter. The annex also includes energy efficiency measure. Compliance with this mandatory regulation is essential for ship operators, and failure to adhere to them can result in penalties and consequences, including fines, detention, and restriction of ship movements. The goal is to ensure a uniform and high standard of environmental protection across the international maritime community. Legislative requirements. In the context of MARPOL, International Convention for the Prevention of Pollution from Ships, legislative requirements refers to the specific law and regulation that have been established by the contracting parties to implement and enforce the prevention of MARPOL Annexes 1 to 6. These legislative requirements are the domestic law enacted by individual countries to give effect to the international standard and obligations set out in MARPOL. MARPOL Annexes 1, Oil Pollution Prevention. Legislative requirements by include national regulation governing the construction and equipment of oil tankers, oil spill response plan, requirements for oil record books, and penalties for violation related to oil pollution prevention. MARPOL Annexes 2 to Noxious Liquid Substances. Countries enact legislative requirements to ensure compliance with the regulation outlined in Annexes 2. This may include law related to the construction and equipment of ships carrying noxious liquid substances. Thank you.